Hi everybody, this is Master Gallon Guys here, bringing you my review of the latest episode of The Walking Dead. Now, my views on it so far is that this series has gotten better since the mid-season premiere because we kind of had a kind of new slate. 2 months have passed, everything's kind of settled in the groove. The Alexandrians have now feud with Rick's group, so when you say the Alexandrians, you're not like, oh, so stupid people who don't know how to fight zombies or don't know how to hold a town. It's now everybody is, alright, we've been through this ordeal, let's get to it. So in this episode, we are learning more about the character that was introduced in the episode before, Jesus. And he's definitely an interesting character. They definitely have gotten him down with like how he talks, what he does. He doesn't seem like an unfleshed out character. He seems like someone who's got deeper undercurrents that will be exciting to explore as the season progresses. And that also helps in setting up the overall arc, because this seems to be expanding from just a group-centric thing to more of a world and community and civilization growing out of the remnants of the zombie apocalypse. So Jesus is talking with the head honchos of the Alexandrians and like, okay, I see you need stuff, my community also needs stuff. So he decides to take them on a trip to his community, the Hilltop community. On their way there, they run into some of his group that have been out on a run, and they're able to save them. And you get to have a feel of kind of like who's in the Hilltop community. They actually rescue a doctor who specializes in babies, which really helps out Glenn and Maggie since they're like, hey, we're gonna have a baby. Which Abraham had some thoughts on since he's like, dude, this is the apocalypse. It would be kind of hard to have a baby, but yet you've been helping the group protect the baby. So it's like, I don't know, Abraham being him. I still like him. He is an interesting character, still dealing with his fallouts. And I'm excited to see where they continue going with that, with Sasha and Rosita and how that's kind of going to work out for him. Because in the episode, Rosita gives him a necklace that she made from a broken taillight. But yet you can see some kind of feelings for Sasha there as well. So that'll be interesting in the next episodes to see how they deal with that. Now, when they get to the Hilltop community, interesting thing you find out, you start seeing stuff right off the bat. The people have spears. That means they really don't have any ammo. And Jesus had that right off the bat when he said, he snuck in and he said, you got a lot of arms, so we need to trade and everything. So this group is in a very kind of weakened position. They can grow food, but they can't defend themselves as effectively. Then you get in, you see it's kind of agricultural based, kind of have a blacksmith and everything, and then you get to their, I'm going to say quote unquote leader, because Jesus explains that he kind of like made himself the leader, Gregory. You can tell off the bat he's pompous. He thinks he knows everything he can get anyway. When Rick had let Maggie go off because, quite frankly, he didn't want to deal with it, he'd probably end up killing the dude. She was really off put because the dude called her by her wrong name and was calling her honey the whole time. So it's like, I've got the power, you've got nothing. But then after that kind of failed try at trading, another group from the Hilltop scavengers came back because they went to Negan, who is the kind of big bad spooky name in the background. People from the comics will know him. I kind of have looked at the comics and everything and kind of know what he is, and you kind of get the idea that Negan is a very powerful force to be reckoned with, because right off the bat, the group accused Gregory of shorting the hack that they are supposed to give to Negan, and they had, as a consequence before, had one of their group members taken, so Negan's got leverage on them. And one of the people who was sent there is the brother of the captive, so it's like, alright, Negan's got a message for you. Stabs Gregory, and all shit starts going loose. Rick starts punching the crap out of him. Another dude from the group knocks him out, says, stop that, and then Michonne knocked him out, and Rick got in a precarious position, and the dude's got a knife on him, and then he looked for 1 minute, and Rick just, blood going everywhere, he's covered in blood, and everybody's like looking at him, but That's the kind of, it's funny, but it's serious. They're like, Rick and his group aren't there for like a day, and like somebody's dead and somebody's got blood all over them. So after that kind of fact, the Alexandrians kind of have their powwow, talking with Jesus as well, and they're also like the bright idea of like, all right, you got a Negan problem. Guess what? This is the kind of stuff that we take care of. So why don't we just take him out? So Jesus is like, all right, let me talk with Gregory, kind of see where we're at and everything, and then they send Maggie in to talk with Gregory, and we're like, you know what? Tell him that we will take Negan out. That's our thing. We're gonna be kind of like the hired guns. We're gonna be those guns of the Navarone. We're gonna be in the Old West. This is what we do. We survive. We kick ass. We take names. That's why we got it. So she goes in like, okay, you are acting just like the same, even though you're stabbed, and she pulls out a lot of grit. She's like, you know what? We'll do this for you. We'll take out Negan. We won't have. And he's like, I've got leverage over you. And she's like, no, you don't. We got the guns. We got the skill. We'll take him out. You just got to give us half. And it was a really growing character moment for Maggie because it's like, she's not going to be fucked around with. She's not going to be messed around with. I got a baby. I got a group. We got to take care of this. And that kind of sets it up for the next episode, which this can either be very good or very bad for where this goes. And I think usually with this group, it's going to go bad before it goes good. Kind of almost always does, but you're going to get a lot of entertainment and a lot of character growth. And that's what this episode had. It had growth. It had tension. It had kind of slight humor that's now kind of being dribbled in The Walking Dead its own humor. And that's what I really liked. So, yeah, I really like this episode and hope this is kind of the consistency they have going forward. So kind of let me know what you want to know in the comments below, kind of what your thoughts are, what you think. Subscribe, like if you like. So yeah, thanks for watching and I hope you have a good day. So yeah.